Hey everyone, Mr. Bali-Song guy here, and I'm finally releasing a new video. And like I promised, it'll be over a review for my new Bali-Song. My new Bali-Song is the BenchMade Model 62. And I said I was getting a new camera, but the formats never worked out, so I ended up selling it, and I'm back to my old camera. So don't expect any better quality, but I'll definitely do my best to try not to make any close-ups blurry or whatever. So let's just jump right into the review. Just a standard blue class Bali-Song. 62 does come with a sheath. Very happy with that because I love their sheaths. Very nice sheath, just like the 42. So it does come with its papers and a little cushion at the bottom of the box, which I think is really cool, just like the 51. Okay, so here's the 62. Just lay that here for you guys to look at. And now I'm going to read you guys the specs before we get into the overall review of the knife. So the blade length, right here, 4.25 inches. The blade thickness would be up here, 0.127 inches. Handle thickness, which I think it's either the whole handle or it's each individual piece since it's sandwich style. Either way, it would be 0.480 inches. The blade material is a D2 steel. I don't know if you can see that, but I'll get a picture on there for the video itself. So D2 steel. Blade hardness, 60-62 HRC. I don't really know what that means, but that's what it is. The blade style is a crowned Weehawk. The weight of this knife is definitely a heavier Bali-Song. It is 6.39 ounces. I'm not super big on heavy Bali-Songs. They're not hard to get used to, but they can cut you easier with more momentum and weight going into your cut. So they're a little less safe, but you know, it's a knife either way. So does not come with a pocket clip. Lock mechanisms Bali-Song. This is a T-latch, not a spring latch, which they are going for more of a classic style, so that's why it's a T-latch instead of their spring latch they've been using. Overall length of the knife, 9.20 inches, and the closed length would be 5.27 inches. The sheath that it comes with is a nylon sheath, very great material. It's even got the Velcro to open and shut it, and either you can carry on your belt sideways or up and down. So I really love the sheaths. I always carry mine. And like I said, it's a blue class knife. So let's get into the actual review of the knife itself. Let's hope my camera wants to work today. If not, I'll be sure to take a bunch of pictures in case any shots are blurry. The camera I use for my picture is my iPhone, so there'll be a lot better quality. Second. So, BenchMade Model 62. It's got the butterfly logo right there. It's a very nice knife. Very shiny. It is a different material from the 42. I do think it's slightly shinier. Not a big difference, but it is a bit brighter in reflecting stuff. The handle material is a stainless steel. That is why it's heavier, but it also makes it look shinier compared to the titanium the 42 has. And then again, I do like the look of the 42 a lot better. This is personal preference. But the 62 is a bit shinier for its material. And another thing you're probably noticing with my 42 out beside it, the 62 is a bit shorter. Handle length, the blades are about the same, but the handles are a little shorter, and that's because of the spring latch. Since this is a T-latch, it doesn't need that extra screw here at the bottom, so it takes away a bit of that extra length on there, which is a little more difficult for rollovers because having that extra little bit, it does make a difference, not gonna lie. But it doesn't mean this knife isn't great for flipping. It's just barely shorter and a little heavier. It's probably about twice as heavy as the 42. But it is a great knife, great quality. T-latch, like I said earlier, they're going for more of the classic look, which I can't argue with that. I do love the way it looks. I've always loved this style of knife. anytime I picture a butterfly knife, I picture the skeletonized handles, and just putting that T-latch with it, it just looks like a classic butterfly knife. The locking mechanism is different, or not locking, but tank pin I should say. It's got Zen pins, which just like the 51, it's got this up here, which with the sandwich style blades, it helps it so the blade doesn't fly through either direction. Because when you go to open it, there's these extra pins here. And it's got the bars that go between the handles, since these are sandwich style. And this catches these and stops it from having the blades collide when it opens or when it closes. When it closes, these pins down here go into these little slots on the blade itself. Not on the blade, but right under it. You can see where it curves in here. I hope you were seeing that. Curves in right there. That's where that falls into. It shuts right in there. So I think it's really cool. It's just like the 51 if you've ever seen or held one of those. Like I said, great quality. Let's see the blade play for this. Very tight. I do not flip this a lot. I flipped it a little bit and I have not needed to Loctite it. And let me show you this real quick. It is double screws that go into each other, so you would need two tools to unscrew them. And I tried to unscrew them and it was very, very tight. And then when I tried to put them back together, it was very difficult to get it in the perfect position so it's still loose like that. Because if you tighten it too much, then the handle sticks and it won't move. So I was worried about that for a while, but I got it fixed. Like I said earlier, sandwich style blades. That means it's not full channel. You can see right through here. It's not a solid piece of metal. It's two separate pieces screwed together. And you can see here on the 42, it's full channel, which means it's one solid piece of metal for each handle milled out. So you can see those two together. Just like that. Another slight difference from the 42. Top of the blade on the 42 is like 90-degree angle on top. It's just flat. And on the 62, it's more of a rounded top up here. So it feels a little different if you're doing a chaplain. It's a little smoother. But then again, the part for the Zen pin to fit into kind of catches on your finger and it just feels weird. It doesn't affect it in any way, but it does feel a little weird. You can definitely tell it's there. The skeletonized handles are slightly different. You can tell they're smaller. They're not as grooved in like they are in the 42. You can see that right there. They're definitely smaller. They don't look bad. They look really good. But it's just another way to tell the difference. The latch. I don't know if anybody's worried about the T-latch. A lot of people are. I was at first, but since I don't flip it every day, it's not a big deal to me. It is a very good T-latch. Not loose at all when it locks. Stays locked. Will not fall apart in your pocket. If you squeeze it, it will fall out. Well, I guess that was a bad example. If you squeeze it, it will fall out, like right there. Just gotta squeeze it tight. No, like I said, it's not a spring latch, so it's not going to be perfect every time. Try it again. There. So it does fall out if you squeeze it, so you don't have to worry about flicking it with your pinky or using two hands to open it. But you do have to use two hands to close it. I mean, you don't have to, but it definitely makes it easier. So, it's not a bad latch. Good for a T-latch, better quality T-latch than most. But you do have to worry about flipping, since it is so tight. This can hit this if you're not locking it, and I'll probably get a picture of this too. You probably can't see it, but there's little scratches here from where the T-latch hit from flipping the knife. So I've heard some people are removing the T-latch. That way that doesn't happen. But then again, that's unsafe for figuring out which side's the bite handle if you just pick it up, start flipping. So I don't recommend removing it unless you're doing it for, or having it for show and you just rarely pick it up. It will keep your bottom of your handle from not getting scratched, so that does help. It's just personal opinions. There's really not much left to review. The bottom screws are also double-sided, and so are the Zen pins. D2 steel, BenchMade USA, butterfly logo. Slightly different from the 42. The 42's got just extra space up here because of the kicker. So it's just a flat butterfly logo right up there. And on the 62, since it's different for the Zen pin, you can see where the knife curves right there. And it's not like a flat butterfly, it kind of dips in. It doesn't affect the dimensions in any way, don't get me wrong, it looks cool. Just another difference to point out. So, very great knife. I did buy mine on Blade HQ. They're in stock right now for whenever this video comes out. So definitely check there. I do recommend making an account in there before you buy it, because if you've noticed on BenchMade.com they are $350, and on Blade HQ they are $290. And if you make an account, you get a special discount for making an account on their site, and it's $223. So it's only $223 on BladeHQ.com. I'll put a link in the description. Definitely saves you a lot of money. Like, oh, I don't remember how much it was. Like it'll save you over $100, like $130 or something crazy. So I recommend you buying it there while it's in stock if you do plan on buying this knife. You get everything I've showed you already, and it was awesome. Also, it's free shipping at Blade HQ for any order over $100. So it's like $222.99 or something like that. So definitely go to Blade HQ. I really hope you enjoyed this review. If I've left anything out, I'll try to squeeze it in another clip here at the end. Just another look at the knife. Very great knife. Oh, one more thing. It does have a latch gate for the T-latch. I don't know if anybody's worried about that. I hope you're still watching if that's something you're looking forward to seeing. It has a latch gate right there. It's got that on both handles, since the handles are identical. I don't know if you can see in there. It looks similar to the 40, or my bad, 51. The way they're made in here. They don't lock in like the 51 does. But that's just an example if you've seen the 51. So, I hope you enjoyed my review. Sorry if I left anything out. But great knife. Definitely find my other reviews in my playlist for my reviews. And I will be making more tutorials for sure this time. Find those in my tutorials playlists. And they are playlisted separately by difficulty for intermediate, advanced, and beginner. So thanks again for watching. I appreciate all comments and questions. And definitely hit that like button if you enjoyed my video. Thank you.